Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I bring to you my December wrap-up. The book I read in December was The Girls by Emma Cline. This was a book that I started at the beginning of November, and I read a large chunk of it, and then I kind of forgot to finish it, and so I quickly finished it in the very first week of December, and then I proceeded to not really read anything else. The Girls is a sort of alternate history or like retelling of the Manson murders. The cult in the book is very similar to the Manson family. The main character is a young girl in the 60s who is kind of in an in-between phase. She's about to go into high school and a lot of her friendships are ending and she's being sent off to boarding school, and she stumbles upon these girls who are in the cult and she kind of joins them and has kind of a crazy summer with them before the murders happen. Kind of know where the book is going because you know the murders are going to happen, but it's a lot more about the development of the main character, and it's told in her perspective as when she was a teenager and as when she was an adult. So you kind of know the whole time what's going to happen to her because you see her as an adult in her 40s. While I thought the cult was really interesting, overall I expected a lot more from this book. I really liked the writing style, but I ended up giving it 2.5 stars because it was just kind of slow at times. Like, I flew through certain parts, but then there were parts where it just really slowed down. A lot of times when you were in the perspective of her when she was older, and there were just a lot of things that I expected more from. Like, I just thought the characters were gonna do something different, and it kind of was a little bit lackluster in my opinion. I know a lot of people really love this book, and I can totally see why they did because it is really fascinating, but overall it just wasn't really my cup of tea in the end. I liked the creepy cult feeling and like learning about that, but overall I just didn't really love it. I do think it captured the essence of what it's like to be 13 and kind of figuring out where and what and who you want to be, but overall I just didn't love it as much as I thought I was going to. And then the last book I want to talk about I actually didn't really read in December. I just decided to DNF it, and that is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaati Here. I had said previously in a currently reading video that I had about 50 pages left, but I just kind of decided to scrap it because I wanted to include it in my 2016 reads, and I just could not care less. It's the sequel to An Ember in the Ashes, and it's kind of a road trip story that takes place after the first book, and I just found myself not really caring about the characters, and there were just a lot of moments in the book where I was kind of like, what the fuck is happening? Sabaati here kind of made a lot of decisions with the characters that didn't really make sense to me, and there were some interesting things that happened, but overall I kind of think I might not finish this series because it was announced that it's supposed to be 4 books, and I can't imagine sitting through 4 of these, so that's that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my December wrap-up. I know my wrap-ups recently have been very brief and usually only about 1 book, but that's my life, so.
I've chosen this mini bottle of Jose Cuervo because I enjoy a good fiesta. You should have seen me in college. They called me Tequila Tom.
Some serious weird shit happened in the book that made me literally be like, is that really what we're gonna do with the characters? Is that really, did I just really read that? I don't know.